Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's topic is nutrition for football players. Well, in my 15 plus years of experience, I have worked with so many football players. So I was the official sports nutritionist for Punjab Football Club, PSG, and many other clubs, academies and individual players too. So here's the thing. Proper nutrition is extremely important for a football player. So football is a game of strength, speed and skill, and all of which can be affected by what, when and how much a player eats and drinks. So note that a professional football player burns anywhere between 1500 to 2000 calories during a game. That means a male footballer needs to consume anywhere between 3500 to 4500 calories a day, whereas a female football player should consume between 2500 to 3500 calories a day. So you can see now how important nutrition is, but no one size fits all nutrition plan. Nutritional needs vary not just basis on an individual but also on the position they play. So in today's video, I am going to share 12 nutrition principles on which you can base your meal plan. But before I begin, please take a minute to hit that subscribe button. And if you're new here, then I am Rashmi, Cherian, registered dietitian and sports and exercise nutritionist. I help athletes to improve their game by eating right. So quickly hit that subscribe button and I'll be right back. The best diet for a footballer is the one which is high in calories and balanced in nutrients, so that your body is getting everything it needs. So all you footballers, plan your meals around these following principles. Number one, have enough carbohydrates in your meal. Footballers need plenty of carbohydrates. Football players rely heavily on glycogen stores for energy. Carbohydrates are the go-to source of energy for intermittent sports like football, where glycogen stores are often depleted during training and workout. An ideal diet for a football player includes 55 to 60% of calories from carbs. So choosing a variety of whole grain breads, rice, pasta, potatoes, fruits and vegetables ensures players not only get enough carbs to perform but essential vitamins, minerals and fiber too. In particular, these also help to reduce inflammation and support recovery. Carbohydrates in the form of sports drinks, gels and other similar products should be limited to game day and practice fueling, but not in players' day-to-day eating routine, because carbohydrates should be your main fuel source. So athletes, keep that in mind. You will not recover in time until your next session if your diet doesn't contain sufficient carbohydrates. So moving on to the next one, and that is to pump up proteins. How much protein you need varies from player to player. So the frequency, duration and intensity of the training and match all plays an important role. So according to research, somewhere between 1.4 to 1.7 grams of protein per kg body weight per day should be enough. So you can get proteins from chicken, fish, lean meats, egg, then tofu, milk products like paneer, then beans, lentils, etc. So moving on to the next principle, and that is to consume fats but in moderation. If a footballer is already in a good shape, then he or she can roughly aim for 25 to 30% of their diet to include fats. Fats can be used as a long-term energy source, as they can store calories when you run out of carbohydrates and proteins. So include 1 to 2 servings of fats in meals in the form of fatty fish, the nuts and nut butters, seeds, then dairy, avocado and olive oil. Next principle is to hydrate. Dehydration negatively impacts any sports performance, particularly endurance, strength, skill execution and decision making. So athletes, try to consume fluids with all your meals and snacks, carry a water bottle with you throughout the day and consume 200 to 600 ml of fluid before the start of your training are some of the strategies you can use to optimize your hydration levels. And during long or intense trainings, you can even consume sports drink. So I have two detailed videos for you, one on hydration tips and the other one on sports drinks, and I highly recommend you to watch both these videos after this one. So moving on to the fifth principle, and that is to keep an eye on vitamins, minerals and antioxidants for training and staying healthy. These are really important to consider, as lack of vitamins and minerals can impact your energy levels, recovery, inflammation, bone strength and muscle contraction. So to ensure you are incorporating enough vitamins and minerals in your diet, try to consume large quantity of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, then beans, legumes, low-fat protein and dairy products. So the main vitamins you should be looking are vitamin A, C, D, B12, along with minerals like potassium, iron, calcium and magnesium. So the next one is to snack purposefully. Plan to have smart snacks like fruits or whole grain toast with nut butter, handful of nuts and dry fruits, veggies and hummus, roasted chickpeas, protein bars, yogurt, cheese and paneer. So these will give you enough energy which you may need to feel better on the field. Just be cautious of mindless snacking. Always carry some snacks with you, as it's one of the best way to keep up your nutrition and energy levels throughout the day. Next principle is to rehydrate during post-match cool down and coaches meeting. Then next is to eat salty foods and drinks like salted almonds, peanuts, etc. Also, you can sprinkle additional salt on your food, and that is because playing a few games can drain out all your electrolyte stores. Then eat a good dinner, as this meal will help to replenish all your nutrients lost during the day. Then football players should adjust their food and fluid intake as per their training load. For example, during heavy training periods, a diet high in carbohydrate foods is important to provide fuel to reduce fatigue, sustain performance and promote recovery. Whereas during lighter training periods or rest day, moderate carbohydrate intake is sufficient due to lower energy demands of the body. Then make sure to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep every day. And lastly, do not rely too much on supplements. Use of supplements does not compensate for poor food choices and an inadequate diet. Supplements should complement a quality diet and not replace a quality diet. Also, many players ignore the caution in supplement use and take supplements in doses that are not necessary and may be harmful. So athletes, as always, I suggest do consult a qualified sports nutritionist before you consume any supplements. So if you see, most of the principles of good eating are applicable to other sports as well. But then the emphasis is different. Nutrition plans must be customized for each player based on their height, weight, body fat percentage and their position on the field. But in all the meal plans, one thing is common, and that is consistency. So choosing high quality foods and being consistent with a diet throughout the year provides a solid foundation for players to perform at their highest potential. And the last important take-home message for all you athletes is, what you eat today will have an impact on your training in the next 2-3 days. So athletes, watch out what you eat and drink. And that's all for today. If you learned something new, then please hit that like button. Your likes and comments really motivate me to keep creating quality content. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you next week.